Hello everyone, good morning. So myself, Murugan, as you all, I don't think most of you know who I am, right? Yeah, so why am I here and what am I talking about? I opened Facebook, right? Yes, as soon as I opened it, there are two things that I actually see most of the times into my feed. So one is the Epstein files. So the other one is Anthropic A. Okay, they have designed a C compiler, right? Just with the help of I think 10 AI bots, right? I don't know. Okay, so and then it has already devastated the markets across the world, right? So I know I'm actually no one, and I would like to understand why Anthropic AI has actually chosen a C compiler rather than a business application. So I've been thinking all about it. So I couldn't find an answer, right? And then I went and then research a lot, right? A C compiler has a lot of technical complexities, right? It's very difficult to build. I agree, but it does not have the real challenges like a software application too, right? Which caters to the needs of the real customers, right? And that's the reason I think they have selected the C compilers, right? Because it's easy to assert their success, and that it's not easy in case of a business application. I would like to challenge Anthropic AI to develop a business application in the same timeline that you have actually developed this C compiler, right, and then make it successful, right? So just with the help of your AI agents or whatever that you have, right, and the probably some business owners, right, let them narrate what they actually want, and the AI develops it, right, market it, and then see how many real customers that you actually get, right? That's an open challenge, right? You accept it or don't accept it, I don't really mind, and I'm no one actually, but it really disturbs me to see someone, okay, so people talking saying that it's gonna affect the jobs, and then 30% of the market money has been actually wiped out in a matter of just 2 to 3 days because you people are just saying that it's actually going to wipe off the entire the software industry, right? Which is really not true. So it cannot happen in the next 12 months. I'm pretty much sure about it because I work on the ground. I know what the real challenges are. The challenge is not the code, right? Which is what you have tried to resolve from what you have actually mentioned and you have been mentioning, right? The challenge is just not the code. So the code is just a tool, right? But there are a lot of things beyond it, right? There are a lot of discussions that actually happens, and so most of you, the CEOs of big companies, right? When you talk about it, you really do not assert these challenges, right? That and so it's not gonna be easy, right? I don't know. So I just want to make sure that I actually made my point, right? Very clear. So why they have chosen a C compiler is because it's easy, right? It's not it the easy is not from the code complexity. It's easy because to assert its success, okay, compared to the business application, okay. And when it comes to the business application, that's where the real challenge actually lies, okay. So I'm not denying the fact that AI will replace jobs, right? But it's not it. It's at 100%. It will actually deny. It will replace, right? Probably it might come down to 70%, and then it has to stay at least in 50% of what it actually have today. And that's my just my analysis, which may not be really 100% correct. Okay, but what I have seen, right, in the software industry in my 20 years of experience, right, it's not that most of the people are needed all the time, okay, but we still retain the numbers because we need them, right? And if one person is not there, there has to be another person who is actually filling in the job. What if your AI system actually makes a mistake, right? How are you going to rectify it? Do you have a plan, right? And so you and when you give the AI systems complete authority, so what is it actually going to do you know about it, right? Do you have a backup plan? So I don't know. So these are some of the questions that I actually came to my mind, which I thought I'll actually ask my developer community or my LinkedIn community, right? just to understand, maybe this video might backfire as well, right? But I do want to ask these questions. So I know this might drive a lot of hatred, but I do want to ask these questions. Okay, so quickly, why they have chosen the C compiler, I really do not know. Okay, other than that, it could be the easiest way for them to tell that they have actually succeeded. Okay, and why so many people are really uh, talking about it, or say they are acknowledging it, right? That it's a huge success. I do not know. Okay, and which is why I have actually made this video. Okay, the message that was sent to the world, right? So coding does not equal software intelligence. So some of these I've already covered. Okay, there's no human judgment at all. So these are the real challenges that you will actually face, right, when you actually develop a business application. So what are your solution actually to this, so that AI actually can do? Okay, you just actually put in few lines, right, and the AI is actually going to come back with the software. Is that what they are actually saying? It's not going to happen. Okay, so I work with ChatGPT most of the time. Okay, so and most of the things that it actually says, okay, so I have to actually go tailor it again and again and again and again to get what I actually want. You don't actually get the right thing that you want. Okay, and then you put a business owner to talk directly to your AI application, right? And then AI agents do the job and then give them the software. um, I don't think it'll happen. Okay, uh, I don't know. Okay, and yes, coding is just not software. Okay, so there's a lot of things about it: the problem definition, the trade-off, the uncertainty, and the accountability. Okay, and so what was not included in the demo, right? Understanding the real user needs. Okay, handling the rejections, the economic trade-off that needs to happen, right? Responsibility for the failure. So I would ask again this question, and would also say the business applications are actually the real test. Okay, so why? Because I have seen this again and again. So the conflicting stakeholder, the UX fiction that you have, trust and adoption and iteration that happens with the humans. These are the things that we actually struggle in our day-to-day delivery, right? So delivery itself is not so easy, right? So we have to overcome a lot of challenges and then deliver software successfully. A a blunt statement saying that 20 AI systems actually delivered C compiler, and then it's actually going to wipe off most of the jobs in the next 12 months. I'm really not able to agree with it. Okay, so I don't know why most of the people stay silent, right? But I do want to understand. Probably, maybe I'm wrong, but I do want to know. What it actually triggers us. I want to see a business application developed by Anthropic AI, right? That actually drives customers in the same timeline as your C compiler, right? Let's see. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so what are the real risks? The capital misallocation, right? So undervaluing the human judgment and distorted innovation property priorities. So that's my challenge, right? Can your AI decide what to build, right? Can it fail and recover? Can it earn trust? And can it be accountable? And my final thoughts, right? So the compilers prove translation, software proves judgment, and the markets confuse the two. Okay, so with that, I would like to actually end my discussion today, but I do want to know why, right? Why these statements actually were made? Is it really possible in the next 12 months? So if things does not happen like what you have said in the next 12 months, so what are you gonna do? So what are you gonna um, do for that, right? Not do for that. I don't know. You've already made the damage, right? So 30% market wealth has already been wiped off. Okay. So in 12 months from now, let's say it doesn't go to wherever you are. So wherever you have actually said, right? So what is that you would actually do? Okay, just release another statement or. Yeah, that's fine. So there's no end to it. Okay, so with that, I would like to say thanks to everyone who actually watched the video until here, right? Thank you very much, very much, very much. I will again talk to you probably if there is something. Okay, yeah, thank you.